Once again, we are back at it with the Alpha Pack Trading Group weekly watch list call. This is a special call this week, being that this is actually the last watch list call of the year. I'm definitely excited. I'm excited about the year that we had. Of course, I'm here with my bros, Alpha Pack leaders. We got my man, Mr. Check My Resume. We got my man, Cam G, with us. Everybody knows who these guys are. A couple members couldn't be here. We all got lives, right? So, Resume, Cam G, what's up, man? Let's talk. Let's talk, man. Let's let the people hear how you guys is doing.
Yeah, just feeling good, man. Wrapping up the year. I mean, it's funny you pointed that out. It's our last call of the year, last watch list of the year. So it's kind of trippy where we started at in March and even before March, before we even started to pack. Just kind of the journey, man. The growth, all of us. And I mean, just talking about y'all as bros, man, just the growth we've had, just kind of taking this business endeavor, but then also trying to teach and educate and bring something to the culture. And it's a culture that, likes to flashy, likes to, and so the approach that we take is not
Right. Yeah.
is not the orthodox, type of approach. And but we want to bring true quality and something tangible to the table. So I'll stop there, but man, just a lot, man, and just the growth of the pack members too, man. But it's just reflection.
Man, so much has changed over the last year. A year go by so quick though. Like it don't even seem like we about to be in 2022, and the fact that we already here is crazy. And like Earl was saying, I done seen people in the pack should go from zero and now they, you know what I'm saying, like they really out here doing something. And even just with us, we done had a lot of things happen, in our personal lives and our business lives. And it's just crazy. Like we winding down on another year, but I really think that next year, like 2022, is gonna be a big one for a lot of people. So just gotta keep the ball rolling, gotta keep going hard, and at the end of the day, shoot, this is a marathon, not a sprint. We gotta get our second win and keep going.
Right. It was yeah, it was definitely a crazy year. One of the biggest things, of course, in the world, one of the biggest events, we have a new president, of course. Joe Biden has, took over last November, so he's been in office just over a year. Stock markets have been at all-time highs. I guess since he's gotten to office, the market has been completely on a tear. Before he got into market, after COVID, the market was on a tear when Trump was in office. So, I mean, just give me some thoughts about what you think about how the year's been, approval ratings, just different things, narratives that have been happening this year.
Well, it's funny you bring that up. I think like in terms of the market, honestly, I think one of the biggest things is I think like the market hasn't been bad since he's been here. As president, I don't see like the drastic changes that I've seen like online and Twitter and stuff like that with people like, oh, this Joe Biden market. What I will say though is we didn't have this epic like bull run, like like
Right.
last.
Right.
But I mean, I would say overall, man, it was a good year for dividend stocks. Uh,
Right.
the
Right.
energy stocks. I mean, those type stocks. The old people stocks, like our pack members call it. But the old people stocks, man, they did good this year. Honestly, to me, consumer stocks with inflation that helped them. I mean, I think overall Joe Biden wasn't bad for the market. He's just not as in tune. So, like his rhetoric and his commentary may not be based in thought around the market. But overall, I don't see him as a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and we really being real, I think most of it is a lot of people are finally starting to pay attention to the market who never paid attention to it before. and they think that it's bad, but it's really just normal. Like the market normally don't do a whole bunch. It really just be chill. It's the fact that a lot of people got into the market when it's one of the most volatile moments in history. You know, you got
Right.
COVID, you got Trump, you got all these different things all together culminating in one. So it looked like the market is used to doing something outlandish, but it really don't. It really be chill most of the time. So this year ain't been nothing different. Just trying to get back to normalcy, if anything.
Right. It's crazy because we had COVID continuation. You know, we look for 2-up continuations. We thought this was gonna be over. We thought we was gonna be on planes already. I'm thinking I'm supposed to be in Miami or Paris or Africa or Cancun somewhere chilling. And next thing they know, they telling me I need a vaccine card to go watch a basketball game at my daughter's college, which is I mean, it's crazy. We had this Omarion, excuse me, Omicron. I don't know what we call it. The Omarion. I'm gonna call it the Omarion. It's easier.
In the black community, it's Omarion. So we gonna call it Omarion.
It's the Omarion. So,
Yeah.
so they're testing non-sick people for the Omarion virus. They've been testing NFL players who are not even sick, NBA players who are not.
Talk to me about that, because they wasn't a report released that said that the asymptomatic players aren't the ones spreading it, or they said it's not.
Well, yeah. So as far as directly to the point of NFL, they still have to take a test if they're asymptomatic, and if they only have to have one negative test, which is still pretty ridiculous. We got the best trained athletes in the world. Sick people don't go to hospitals. You don't go to a hospital if you're not sick and say, can I get tested for a sickness that I might have? It's pretty interesting. This is the world we living in. Give me some thoughts about the COVID and as we go into 2022.
Yeah, man. It's interesting, man. You see like this kind of visceral back and forth from both sides. You got the pro, vax your life, vax everybody, vax your mama, vax your kids, vax your auntie, vax the dog. And then you got, and then if you're not vaxxed, you shouldn't exist in society. It's like super extreme, like almost to like a racist kind of like thing, like man. And then you got the other side of the spectrum that's kind of like, you got the anti-vaxxers for one, and then you've got like the human rights, American rights, patriots, whatever you want to call them, that kind of, they don't like that the mandates and proposed mandates and all the lockdowns and stuff were infringed on like human rights that were granted to us by the Constitution. And, so, you take all that information and you kind of make your own assessment. But, I would think like people who were oppressed and were enslaved for a long period of time in this country would be very sensitive to relinquishing any type of rights whatsoever. As it relates to anything, health. I mean, we've got enough data on the health side, so I'm not gonna get into that stuff, but I just think like there should be a natural skepticism, and people should question it. I mean, that's what that's what makes America America. I mean, so for me personally, I'm not vaxxed. I carry on through my life. I follow safety protocols and all that stuff. But I haven't had COVID. But it is what it is. I don't judge anybody. I think there's some people that the vax is good for. I just there should be an option, just like the flu. And so as more time plays out, we'll get to see how everything unfolds. And as you're saying with the NFL, and a lot of these new outbreaks, it's not unvaccinated. I mean, It's both.
Give me a guess. How long is it going to take for us to get back to normal where they don't need vaccine cards? Of course, it's just a guess, but man, what's your thoughts?
Oh shoot, man! Probably like next fall,
All right.
Q3
Right.
next year, Q4.
Right.
Before we get back to any type of normal. The travel stuff, they'll try to keep it prolonged as long as there's like interest from the public. Once the public just kind of is like whatever, then. But as you see online, man, they fighting on airplanes.
Right.
Like,
Right.
the lady was punching the older guy, about him not having his mask on the plane and stuff like that. So like it's real in these streets,
Right.
he punched a man in front of his wife and everything on the plane. I'm like, there, so so for me, man, I feel like, time is gonna bear some of the details of how this playing out. But it just looks like, when it's, I guess the vaccine is supposed to like, suppress like the symptoms when you get it.
Right.
It doesn't stop you from getting it. It doesn't stop you from passing it to other people. So, as far as like symptoms go, I don't want to, when it comes to symptoms, I'm like, whatever, like I can deal with symptoms, you know what I'm saying? If it's not something that's going to stop transmission or me getting it, then, I don't need a symptom suppressor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think my natural immunity
Right.
at home.
Right.
So that's just my thoughts on it. I won't get too judgy about it. And I think everybody has a choice. That's my whole thing about it. And as a man of color, Black man, choice means a lot to me. Like that freedom.
I guess in this country, I was gonna say in this country, I guess, there's this perception of freedom. And there's a lot of people who believe in pro-choice and your body is your body, but it's just interesting how it's only until you're given permission. And if I have to be given permission, or if I'm ostracized for not doing with my body what someone else tells me I'm supposed to be doing, then how truly free am I? So that's a pretty interesting thing. Before we get into the plays, the last thing, Cam, did you have any thoughts on that at all?
I don't think COVID going nowhere. I think COVID gonna be like chicken pox, where like everybody had it one time type of thing. Because y'all know Americans don't know how to act. We don't know how to follow the proper protocols. We don't know how to actually shut down. We don't know how to do like none of that stuff. So it ain't going nowhere no time soon. It's gonna always be around, always be that little thing that's kind of lagging back there. But I think we're just gonna kind of get used to it. It's gonna be something that's normal. And we're just gonna get back to living life however we live life. But it's gonna always be around. It ain't gonna just disappear. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. So we just gonna have to find a new normal, trying to figure out how we can operate the best we can with how things are currently given. I think every few months we're gonna have like big scares where it's like, oh, this new variant, or it's growing at an alarming rate, and so you might see that reflected in the stock market every 3-4 months or something like that. But yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing about Omarion. They say Omarion is weak. It's mild. It's got cold-like symptoms, so everybody getting it. But it's flu season too. So I mean, there's a lot of like, I feel like it's just going to be like another thing on the vaccination schedule for hospitals, just like the flu shot. You get it every year. COVID season, get your COVID shot.
Right.
Flu season, get your flu shot.
Yep.
And they try to push it to the max to see how far the people will let them push it. And the people letting them push and not even thinking about their own rights. So I think like there's like just the fear has like overtaken the like critical thinking and the ramifications or the unintended consequences. I'm gonna just say unintended consequences from like the people, because they just don't know. it's bigger than just like, oh, a mandate for the health, because we, I think the deaths since Biden's been, I just seen this yesterday, the deaths since Biden's been in office, I think Trump had maybe 25,000 more, but it's like roughly equal in like 10 months. Trump's final 10 months and Biden's first 10 months. So like equal amount of people have, died. Like there ain't nothing changed in regards to COVID. He ain't made no difference, him being there. They did the same plan that Trump had. They was actually pumping up Trump's comments yesterday because he said the vaccine works because he initiated it. So they were
right.
Even Trump said the vaccine works.
Right. Everybody got a jab. Everybody got a jab.
Yeah, so
I think we're gonna look back at this as one of the most interesting times in recent American history, like from the vaccine and COVID and just how crazy they went with trying to get people to get the vax. I'll buy you a new $1 million mansion if you get the vax. Like
they don't give that free kush out here.
Yeah, and the amount of basically free money that America has given to the public in like the last year or two, like the time that we living in is gonna go down in history, like for real, in a big way.
Right. Money printers.
That's what pissed me off is because inflation come and take all that back.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You get that extra $600, but now you got $5 gas, milk $1 more, goddamn groceries a little bit more. The food, you can't even spend that extra $600. It's going in the same exact place as it was before.
Hey, you know what's funny? And that's a perfect transition to what I wanted to get into, which was the crypto. This year, crypto went crazy. I know before the pandemic, there was a lack of employees, right? A lack of people interested in working these low-paying jobs. There was that a worker shortage. The pandemic made that even more obvious. The stimulus packages made that even more obvious. A lot of people they were blaming unemployment benefits for people not being at work, but at the end of the day, I know I was able to quit my job last year, and I think a lot of people are doing side hustles. That's a big thing. So people are realizing if I have enough motivation, I can work for myself. I can do a DoorDash. I can drive for Uber, be my own boss, make my own schedule, be at home with my families. A lot of these side hustles, they actually have benefits and different things like that. And the number one reason people quit the jobs is simply outside of the pay, is simply the management. We know that people don't quit companies, they quit the management. Of course, so people are just tired of it, and cryptocurrency has been a major part of that. The gains have been tremendous. NFTs have been all the craze. NFT searches have even passed crypto at this point. So Resume Camp, were you able to get involved in any of the crypto this year? Did you learn anything? Wish you would have got in sooner?
Yeah. I mean, I did. I got in on some crypto early on and stuff like that. So I had Doge and all that kind of stuff early on. I had Doge at like 3 cents, so I got a little taste from that, but I think like I wasn't as educated on like, the different coins, the networks and things of that nature, to the point where I felt like comfortable enough to like throw in like sizable amounts of money, other than like in the few coins I was comfortable with. So like there were some opportunities I probably should have taken advantage of that I didn't. But yeah, there's some, Safe Moon, Elon, stuff like that. But but as far as NFTs, I'm kind of learning, day by day with those. I'm really liking the NFT game. So so yeah, it's just a combination. I think like as my option skill level and everything kind of like just kind of went this way, like my attention span to other like stuff like crypto and stuff kind of went away, because I just had got so locked in on with these options and the plays and the pack and stuff that I just kind of spent all my time in that. in that realm of it. So now I'm at a point now I got a good process and now I can like dive into it, but yeah, I'm invested though. I still got some money in some stuff now, that didn't stop me from putting no money in.
We got people it's crazy to think you could have turned like $1 into like hundreds of thousands, and people turning pocket change into life-changing money. People flipping NFTs. We saw NFTs and CryptoPunk selling for $100 million, things you could have got for $100 or under 1,000, selling for millions. So it's just been a crazy year. With that, I know I'm heavy into crypto. Of course, Alpha Pack Trading, we teach crypto calls every week, and we're starting to have special guests and different things like that come on, because I really expect cryptocurrency to be the future, the future of the financial system as we know it. It's been adopted by multiple companies, big companies, all the banks, politicians. They're all trying to figure out how to get a piece of this money, how to regulate it, how to tax it. Of course, they said it wasn't real for a long time. It's something you should be afraid of. It's not real, yet they're trying to quote unquote tax something that's not real. Something's got to give. Either it's real or not. If they can tax it, that is a good thing. That legitimizes it. That should tell you all you need to know. I try to get all my people involved in it as much as possible, just because I understand the benefit of being early and accumulating these assets. What's up, Cam G? What's up with you in the crypto this year, man? You get involved?
Yeah, I got involved in crypto a little bit this year. Not as much as I wanted to get involved, just because I had a lot of other stuff that I was working on, a lot of stuff that I was dealing with. But yeah, I was able to, get a few assets here and there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to accumulate as much as I want, but I definitely do got a few different little things in crypto. Got some Litecoin, got some Elongate, Safe Moon. We got some little bit of Ethereum. What else? We got some Matic.
Okay.
So we got a few little things, not in the amounts that I would, overall want them to be, but we do got some things at least, That's always better than having no money invested,
Right. Yeah, we're just gonna continue to accumulate. So again, we're still early. Most people, you think we're investors, we're in the market every day. So there's still things we're learning. So I could just imagine how many people who have so much more to learn than us. But so anyway, with that being said, I appreciate you guys' thoughts. We'll get into some goals at the end. I do want to get into the watch list. The futures are closed right now. Won't get into the sectors. Everything look really bullish. Santa Claus rally is expected to start this week. It begins December 27th. The last trading day of the year will be Friday, December 31st, and the NASDAQ has been down 15 of the last 20, and the NASDAQ was up 29 years in a row from 1971 to 1999. So we'll be looking to get to all-time highs. Everybody has their taxes paid, and our goal this week is to try to find where the money resides. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. First up, my man Cam G. It's all you, man. Let us know what you got.
Yo. All right. Let's look at my list this week. One of the first things I have on my list is going to be Amazon. I'm liking the way Amazon is setting up. I like the inside day. I like the inside week. I also like the way that, discretionary is currently looking. So I will probably Monday, depending on how things open, probably take a far out strike on the Amazon, just to kind of watch it and see what it does. But I am liking that so far. It looks like it could be a nice setup. So got Amazon first on my list. Next one I'm looking at is SoFi, a little small capper. This one also has an inside day, an inside week, potential break. I'm liking the magnitude on this one, and these ones aren't as expensive as the Amazon, so I can get a little bit more. So I'm liking that when it comes to SoFi. A lot of people in the pack know that we was already kind of talking about Tesla. I know a lot of people had entered Tesla, and so I'm looking for a nice continuation on Tesla. I'm definitely gonna scalp Tesla to make some bread because Tesla look prime, but like it want to continue to run. So yeah, definitely gonna continue to try to make that Tesla bread. Another one that is looking promising is gonna be Etsy. Etsy, I'm gonna enter off the break of this inside week. Etsy is one that we've played before in the pack. We know that this one can make some great moves. The contracts can go crazy on Etsy. I'm liking the current magnitude and where we could get to on Etsy. And I believe it'll also lead into a monthly 2-2 rev, which is something good. We about to have a new month in 5 days. So that's good. And one of the last ones that I'm looking at is going to be Microsoft for tech. We got a nice 3-1 on the week. I will enter on that week break. And with this Microsoft play, like I said, tech looks good. I believe Apple even looks good right now. So if tech does move in that direction, I definitely see Microsoft being able to go for those highs of around 350, and then we'll see what it does after that. See if it'll try to go to new all-time highs. And yeah, that's what I'm currently looking at this week. Throw that thing back to boss game.
Nice. Um, Resume. I guess I'll go ahead and run through mine
Okay.
really quickly. Then you can go ahead and get into yours. I got a few thoughts on this week, and I'll try to make it all make sense. Trying to be hedgy, trying to find some value. There's a lot of bullish setups this week, but there are some things I kind of got my eyes on. I think might be some great opportunities to make some money, and I'll explain how this all works together. One of the things I'm going to be looking at this week is Run. Ticker symbol RUN. You know how we do. Go ahead, get your level set. I'm looking for a run entry above $35.34 on Run. The next ticker I am going to be looking at is an old favorite. I was able to make some money on this with my man Cam G last year, quite a bit of money, and that was Hyliion, ticker symbol HYLN. And I'm looking for entry on Hyliion above $6.82. So yeah, we're heading a certain direction with this. The next one I am going to be looking at is Plug. Looking at Plug above $29.69. A lot of opportunities here on Plug. The next one I'm going to get into is ChargePoint. We are going to keep going down this rabbit hole. $19.20 on ChargePoint. So it's crazy. I'm out here trying to find where the money resides, and it's gonna be all over the place, but I think we might have something. And my play of the week, my number one play of the week. So before we had MU plays, we had Walmart. And my play of the week this week, going into the end of the years, I think I'm going to shoot like Michael Jordan from the free throw line with my eyes closed. I might just go and put this one up at the open. The last one, that's going to be Fuel Cell.
Okay.
A fuel cell above $6.55. There are no notable earnings this week except for fuel cell on Wednesday.
Really?
So if you notice all these plays, these are all charging station plays that I have on this list. So I'm trying to find where the money resides, and there's a good chance that fuel cell at these prices does what it's supposed to do. We're gonna have a good chance to make some money on some of these contracts. So that being said, Resume, man, let's see what you got over there, man. You know we out here trying to get this money, man, like we always do.
Sir. Man, you got some fire over there, bro. Hold on, let me get into it. I'm gonna just jump over sector by sector. I'm not gonna. I had a longer list, so I'm just going to pick a couple from each sector and kind of go through it quickly. First thing I want to look into is industrials. And in there, I want to take a look at Caterpillar. First off, with Caterpillar, looking at this potential reversal on the week, we've got a 2-2 rev above 207.30. And also we've got 2 down on the month, so we've also got the potential reversal on the month on above 208.23. So in about a week's time, we've got this reversal coming. Also, we've got an inside quarter, which I believe it will stay inside. So then that puts us going into January for a 212 on the quarter above 216.47 on Caterpillar. So, excuse me, 3 potential level breaks on the macros for Caterpillar to basically go into 2022 and flip and cause some damage back to the upside, hopefully going back to test all-time highs. So definitely like the way Caterpillar is trying to set up going into next year. Also, we know we already talked about Fedex, so I'm not going to get into any details on it, but you can take a look at the chart. We've already alerted this one. We're about 2 or 3 weeks in on that trade. The Fedex, it's kind of just slowly going in the direction we needed to. Next one here, what I really like is Halliburton. I will play HAL from time to time. Let me clear the screen away. Again, here on the week, we've got a potential 2-2 reversal above $23.07 on Halliburton. Also, like the last one, we have 2 down on the month, and we got a reversal above $23.98 potentially for Halliburton. We've got 2 trigger levels there on the macro. Another one I like is LMT. The last time we took it, the trade failed on us, but definitely has the setup. It hasn't broken out in that range. It's just kind of sitting in the same range. All right, so that's industrials. Moving on to healthcare. And we've been smoking healthcare. I had initially called out Abivai a few weeks ago, and this was just been going ever since. No indications or no reasons to get out. So we've just been kind of playing that one to the upside. Boss Game VIP also called out BMY, Bristol Myers. Same thing, we called it out. It goes off a few days later. And you know, we're off and running. So BMY is actually on the list for this week. Before I take off this one, we have an inside week currently. So I like the way this one potentially is going to keep going in continuation to the upside on BMY. So I just wanted to point that out because that was one of our previous call outs, Boss Game VIP mentioned, and it's given a potential another entry. So
perfect, perfect entry on that.
Yeah, just want to give you all an opportunity to get in there if you didn't take the initial alert. Next one on the list, and you know I like to play sneaky stocks, and that's Mdt Medtronics. Again, this one's been beat down. We're looking at it. It's just had a horrible quarter. So now it looks like we've fallen to below $100 on this, which is a good buy level for this stock. So it looks like we're starting to get a little bit of movement back to the upside. However, if we do not get this break, then it was just a TTO, and it's going back down some more. So just keep your eye on Medtronics. I do think with the way the sector is moving that it will reverse, but I only play what's in front of me. What I really like right now in XLV that I'm not already in or not already been called out is CVS. CVS has just been on the beam. I mean, for the last year, CVS has pretty much just been going. If you take a look at the quarterly here, it's just been, just been going up for the whole year. So right here on CVS, we've got an inside week, potential 212 above 101.87. And we had an outside month this month, and we're still rolling. So I think, there's nothing to give me any indication that we're slowing down. So definitely CVS is fire. I really like the way CVS sets up. Also like J&J, but I'm not going to get into that one. But J&J looks good too from a chart perspective. Okay, moving out of healthcare, XLY. XLY, well, consumer discretionary, I should say. Cam talked about Amazon. That was one also that I liked. Amazon is definitely one that looks very good, but I'm not going to get into it. What we will talk about is HD. We've got HD. We during this downturn, I guess you could say, it's just kind of went flat and didn't really want to pick a direction. So it looks like here we may be getting the reversal back to the upside to test all-time highs again. We'll see what happens. But HD and the XLY, the sector as a whole, I think those stocks may get a little run over the next couple of weeks. Boss Game VIP murdered this play last year around this time. So I know HD likes to.
That's facts. This was about this time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes without saying that Lowe's also has a similar setup to HD right now. Just like HD better. Also, I had General Motors. I will quickly bring up General Motors, but I really want to talk about Airbnb. Just to give you an eyeball of it. General Motor looks good for a reversal back to the upside. There is no wick on that candle there from last week. It's just very strong week. Very strong week last week. I just think this one's going to continue. We've got a reversal on the month back to the upside above 63.29. So we got a little bit of work to do, but we've got magnitude on the week, and the day is showing us what we need to see. We're currently in the gap on the day, so we're making our way back up on GM. I like that one. And let's move on. Airbnb is the one I want to talk about. Airbnb. We had a very, very strong inside week last week. I expect nothing but continuation. If you look on the day here, again, very strong week last week, reflected in this candle here. I'm looking for a 212 back to the upside above 171.99 on Airbnb. Also, if we get this movement, we've got a reversal on the month next week above 187.50. So we got to look at setups that are potentially going to flip going into next week, because we're going to have next Monday, we're going to have new day candles, new week candles, new month candles, new quarter candles, and new year candles. So it's a big time. You need to identify opportunities, and these potential flips could mean a big deal throughout the entire year next year. Moving on out of discretionary, staples. Not going to talk much about staples. Procter Gamble is one that we've been in for a while. This one just performed phenomenally. The sector's just been going crazy, so there's not much to say there. We've got an inside week on Procter Gamble. We get a 212 above 160.92. Also in XLP, you've got Pepsi and Coke, also with potential entries on the week. I'll quickly show Coke because I know we got a lot of Coke boys in the house. Another inside week on Coke above 58.61 is also an entry. So that one just XLP still looks strong this week. Looks like we're going to get continuation. And so this one definitely looks good. Also, Tyson Chicken TSN is another one that's still been creeping up. So don't sleep on that one. And Costco, our good friend Costco, 2 down on the week. Hammer candle looking like it may reverse back to the upside. Our level for entry is 552.61 back to the upside on Costco on the week level. But as you can see, this thing's been green on all the macros. So quickly moving out of staples, want to move over to XLK. Only stock I really want to bring up here is Apple. on Apple. Let me clear my screen off. All right, 2 down on the week on Apple. We're looking at a 2-2 reversal back to the upside above 176.85 is our level for entry. Our macros are green on the quarter and the month, and the day is showing strength. Apple looks nothing less than bullish. I mean, bullish. So what that means for the rest of the sector is everything else looks pretty darn good too. Cam talked about Microsoft. There's PayPal, QCOM, and QS, also others in the sector that have fire looking setups. Moving quickly out of XLK. Quickly, I want to touch on Goldman Sachs and financials. Quickly here, Goldman Sachs has a potential 2-2 reversal on the week. And that is above, let me give you a level here, 387.61. Also, we are 2 down on the month. We get a reversal on the month above 401.75 for Goldman Sachs. And we had a pretty nice week last week. Looks like we're pushing back up and into a reversal. So definitely is one that I think will push upwards going into the new year. And Wells Fargo was another one, but I'm not going to talk about it on here. Next one is energy. This is what I probably like the most going into the new year, just as a sector. Not to say any particular one over any others, but I'll just show you CBX. Right now, we've got 2 down on the week. We got an outside month. But on the week, we get a reversal above 117.92 is an area of entry there. And then also XOM, ExxonMobil, is another company I like in the energy sector. And we get a 2-2 rev on the week on this one above 61.84 for XOM. And also on XOM, we've got a 2 down on the month with a potential reversal on the month next week above 63.35. Quickly moving out of energy, we've got XLC stocks, and all the one I wanted to focus on here. Cam talked about Snap, but I also wanted to bring up Zynga. This was on my list last week. It stayed inside, so we're looking at a potential double inside break on the week above $6.61. Also, we have a 2 down on the month, and that reversal is above $6.70. which would take us into the new year. And as you can see, the quarter and other areas will flip as well, the macro.
That's beautiful. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. And that's it for communications. Twitter also looks good, but just for the sake of time. Last sector I'm gonna talk about is materials. We're already in Vail, so I'm not gonna say much about it, but it's still bullish. So not gonna really talk much there, but CLF and X, I'll just go with CLF since I had it on my list last week. CLF, we had an inside week. I was looking for a 2-2 reversal on CLF, but we stayed inside with the hammer. So I'm actually okay with that hammer staying there. Let me figure it out. There we go. So now I'm looking for the 212 on the week above $20.42. We are 2 down on the month. So if we get the break on the week, we push upwards, then we're looking at a 122 on the month next week above $21.67, which is a great entry on the month, which is below $22, which is this is a level that it usually trades. It's like a steady level for it. So the fact that we can get in under 22 bucks is a good thing. So definitely like the way CLF sets up. And X is the other one. I'm not even going to bring it up. Similar setup to CLF. I think just those stocks, they were so far up and priced in when the infrastructure news hit that they just had to come down to get back in good value. So they're at a good value point now. Both of them are. So, these are more recommended buys than they were at 26 or 30 bucks. So that's all I've got. Quite a long list. So that's why I try to break it up by sector so you can kind of track what I'm thinking with each of these. You, Boss Gary?
Man, that's dope. I'm excited. This is gonna be a good chance for people to get long. Before we get out, because this is the end of the year, we should be looking to set some goals for ourselves for these upcoming years. I know one for me at this time last year with my bros before we even started Alpha Pack trading. You know, I came up with my strategy of making sure I was sticking with contracts with time and then putting money into the things I believed in and just being patient and letting things compound. One of my goals was to quit my job. I was able to do that. Was able to start the business with you guys, which has been absolutely amazing. We've been able to do a lot to help the culture. We want to continue to do more. My goal overall for the year, personally, for myself, I want to be at the goal for this year is to get to 20K a day. So that's gonna be my goal for this, is to get to 20K a day this year. May seem bullish, but hey, I'm bullish on myself, right? And then outside of that, just to help as many people as I can. And anybody who's known me for any amount of time, and just people I've had relationships with for years, they know that's my whole goal. That's what I do. That's literally what I just try to help people. And I'm gonna continue to try to do that. So I got my financial goal. I need to make 20 a day, 100 a week. We gonna figure this out, and then just to help as many people going forward. What about you guys? What you got?
Me, my goal for this year is definitely gonna be to retire myself. Done working with for somebody else. I'm far more valuable when I work for myself. So that's definitely the goal this year. Another goal is I got to get on that plane at least 30 times this year. I'm a person that networking is big for me. Networking is everything for me. So I need to be able to get back out here and, being able to see people online, that's cool. That's fun and all. But when you actually see somebody like face to face, it's different. So I need to get on that plane at least 30 times this year. And yeah, just really buckle down, take my newfound business, which would just really be myself, serious. And yeah, that's the goal 2022.
Good stuff, Cam. I think for me, I think one of the big things for me, man, is just from a personal perspective is I try not to assign a dollar amount to it. But I think that I want to decrease the number of trades that I make by 20%. I did good this year I just want to get my ratios down in terms of
I remember you was telling me about last year how much you had to pay in them commission fees.
Yeah.
Bands.
Yeah, so it's better. It's improved. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I see the market improvement, the dollar improvement, obviously, but I think that there's still improvement for me. I think I've learned a lot though with the call outs, a good system that I can trust, close my eyes, shoot the shot, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm shooting 80% from the field. You know what I'm saying? I can do that consistently.
You've been killing it.
So now it's when a ball player, when you spend the summer and then you add this to your game, and now that season that you done added to your game, damn, your points per game went up, rebounds, assists.
Right.
You oh shit, okay. All right, that shit working. So now it's all right, boom, now we gonna push it to a next level. So that's how I feel about with the pack, what we doing with the members and how we teaching. And just the call outs is just a reflection of that. But I think it's just gonna get to the point where it's just so refined. And so it's been, I'm just looking forward to more growth. I think next year I want to be able to for the pack, I want to call out less stuff because I want the pack members to I think we did a lot of culture building this first year. So I think going into next year,
right? Yeah, for sure.
The culture is pretty pretty strong. We, everybody gets it. We're all positive. We don't bang on each other. We always trying to help, and we hold each other accountable. And And so I feel like now we're at a point where we can like take it to the next level with our education and teaching. And like there's only so much when you have to like set the foundation.
Right.
You gotta make sure the foundation is set. And so now it's like I feel like we can like really, really turn it up for, you know, like how we traded when it was just us six. You know what I mean? Like we was just loose. It was just loose. You know what I mean? Like because we, you know, it was, but now I feel like sure we had to refine it in the call outs, but I think like as we go forward, because we set the culture, they know what to look for. They will know not what, you know what I mean? Like it's a like we can more freely share like more riskier, you know, things or thoughts, and you know, like you know, as they evolve, they'll be able to pick up on some of that. So I think it's an evolution. I think like we're gonna have a bunch of like expert traders, you know, and so my goal is like, you know, to double, triple. I mean, shit, what are we at? About 400 like active. I would just say probably I want to triple the membership, you know, by this time next year. Whatever that looks like. So, you know, I think a lot of marketing and promo this year is the goal for next year. It's just
a lot of marketing and promo. I think we this year was great with this different promos, letting people come in for $1, and we appreciate the people who believed in us early. You know, the first couple weeks, when
for sure.
when we were just trying.
Oh shit!
I don't. Oh, sorry. No, I'm glad I caught it. When we were trying to improve ourselves, not improve, but to prove ourselves. Well, we try to improve as well, but trying to prove ourselves, and you know, the things what we're doing, people weren't used to, and I believe there's kind of been a shift, and we're single-handedly responsible, us here at Alpha Pack, and I have no problem saying that, with changing the expectations. And actually holding people accountable and wanting to help people in a real way to actually change their lives and give them something that they can actually pass down. I think we've proven that, and I am looking forward to proving it even more. I'm definitely a competitor myself. I believe in myself. I believe in my bros. I believe we are the best, and we've proven it, and we will continue to prove it. So I'm just, like you said, I'm looking forward to growing. And they're just helping more people.
Oh, we're the best for sure.
We was able to put our first year under our belt, you know what I'm saying, get acclimated with, you know, we have been together for more than a year, but to be an official collective, an official group for about a year now it's just, okay, we see it can work. We see the formula is there. Now we just got to go 1,010% edit. And yeah, y'all about to see Alpha Pack doing a lot of stuff that maybe y'all didn't think was gonna happen, or I don't know, but y'all about to see Alpha Pack really moving and really taking off, because we all at different positions in our life now. We're trying to get in better positions, and yeah, we about to really start implementing the things that we really wanted, so that we can help to continue shift the culture, continue to help the youth, continue to help stuff like that. So it's really about to be on the up and up.
That's dope. I just want to stress how much we really appreciate all the pack members, and you guys really keep us motivated. You guys stand on top of your game. You know, requires us to do even more and to keep getting better and to keep improving, and which is great. You know, I think that's what brought us all together. We all need that, just as a culture, people to hold us accountable and to push us forward. You know, but with a good heart and a good spirit behind it, with good intentions, you know. So I think it's great. You guys, we're going to need that, you know, that word of mouth is always the biggest. You know, sometimes your family members are not going to listen to you. So just be an example for them, let them know what you're about. And then eventually, you know, they'll see the results. Don't get angry about it, whatever. Just continue to do what you do, and then you'll attract the people that are supposed to be attracted to you. Those people will be there.
No, that's real.
So before we get out, I'm going to tell everybody to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Make sure to follow us, Alpha Pack Trading on Facebook, Alpha Pack Trading on Instagram, Alpha Pack Trades on YouTube, or Alpha Pack Trading on YouTube, Alpha Pack Trades on Twitter, www.alphapack.com. Follow at Boss Gang VIP. Check my resume, Cam G. the rest of the pack leaders. With that being said, let me get your final words before we get out of here.
Hey, more success, more love, more wins, more everything. 2022 coming.
Yeah, the pack is coming. I mean, you know, for me, we coming to take we coming to take the throne. You know, it's serious business. You know, all this success and how we killing things is not gonna be under wraps much longer. So, you know, that's all I gotta say. People time is ticking.
Man. Well, I appreciate y'all. We are heading into a wonderful 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed the holiday. Make sure you get your work in, get your level set, analyze some contracts. We got this work for y'all. It's not gonna stop. We gonna keep getting this chicken, finding where the money resides. And with that being said, until 2022's watch list, last one of the year, Alpha Pack Trading. Y'all, peace.
Peace.